Hey guys, it's Abby and today I am doing the Book Snob book tag. So I got this from Nuria. I will link her and the original down below. I wasn't tagged, I'm doing it anyway. Sue me. So, I've got the questions here on my phone. Let's get going. There are 7 questions. First one, Adaptation Snob. Do you always read the book before you see the movie? Yes. Yes. That was the realization that I have definitely done that. There are certain books where they've been adapted, that's why I've picked them up, because the story interests me and me and my boyfriend both want to see them, and then he has to wait because we watch them together and he has to wait for me to read the books. So we still haven't seen the Hidden Figures movie because I wanted to read the book first, and I have done, and it was good. But yes, so if it's something that I'm not that bothered about but I think will be a good bit of mindless entertainment to have on in the background, or if someone else wants to watch it and I don't care about it but I'm fine with it, then like, meh, I'm not going to go out of my way and be like, you cannot have this on. But if it's something that I'm interested in, then yes. Question 2, Format Snob. You can only choose one format in which to read books for the rest of your life. Which one do you choose, physical, or audio? So I would choose physical books because I prefer them. Audiobooks are great, they are so handy for when you're travelling. I can't read on buses or in cars, I get really travel sick. I can manage it on trains and planes, just about, for the trains. But I get travel sick, so even though I'm not personally driving, I can't look at it. And then also when I learn to drive, then I'll have to use the audiobooks for that. Ebooks are great for getting arcs, they are great for also reading on the go, going on holiday. You just take one little Kindle and it's much easier than taking 17 giant books. But I love reading a physical book. I tend to feel more engrossed with a physical book in my hands. So my preference is physical, but if I was stuck with any of these, I'd be pretty happy. Question 3. Ship Snob. Would you date or marry a non-reader? Yeah. Like, I don't know. I've been with my boyfriend in like 4 days, it's gonna be 3 years. So by the time this video goes out, 3 years. So yeah, I've been with him for 3 years now. And he does read, not loads, he's more of a gamer. He definitely devotes his time to gaming, and compared to me, he reads quite slowly. There's nothing wrong with that, there's nothing wrong with reading quick or slow, but it means that like we don't read anything together, or like it takes him a bit longer to get through books, so he reads less books because it takes longer. But he likes reading the Last Kingdom books that have been put onto screen. English, that have been adapted for TV, and he'll also read scientific books and things like that. I've gifted him quite a few little bits, and he is the reason that I started the Discworld series, which I adore, even though I'm only like 6 books in. So yeah, I would date a non-reader if I was single and like hunting, as long as they're a decent person and they aren't like a dick about the fact that I adore books and want them everywhere. But my lovely boyfriend reads, so I mean, he doesn't read to this level, he wouldn't anyway, but he also has his own specific vices that I dabble in but wouldn't do as much as he does, so we balance each other out. It's great. We'll move in together and have like a giant library / gaming room. Goals. Anyway, so yes, but I don't need to. Genre Snob. You have to ditch one genre, never to be read again for the rest of your life. Which one do you ditch? Erotica / romance. So like the both of them. Let's just go with romance, because when am I ever going to read erotica? It's not my thing. And neither is romance. I like a romance between 2 characters that have been developed in a story with a background and the romance is the subplot with a major overarching plot device. I like a romance within that. I like it between characters that I know, but I don't want it to be the main thing that I read. Like, I'm not wanting to go looking for a romance. It's just, if it's written well into the book, I'm cool with it. So I would just drop that. I don't read it anyway, but I would just drop that. If I was to get rid of a genre that I do read to make it a bit more, I'd probably get rid of thriller. Like, just straight thriller. Or maybe just contemporary. But I don't have to, so I'm not going to. Uber genre snob. You can only choose to read from one genre for the rest of your life. Which genre do you choose? I'm gonna cheat a bit. People tend to lump sci-fi, fantasy and dystopian, of certain types of dystopian, into one genre. The dystopians that are a bit sciencey or fantasy-ish. So like sci-fi, fantasy, SFF. Sci-fi, I'm less. I'd say fantasy. But those are like the three genres that I'm like, but fantasy. I'm surprised by that. I'm surprised I would pick fantasy. Okay, I pick fantasy. Alright. Question 6. Community snob. Which genre do you think receives the most snobbery from the bookish community? I think erotica, probably, which is the same answer as Noria. I was trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, like, classics are like seen as a snobby thing to read, and they're not. But this is asking what people snob down on, I guess. So yeah, I would have to agree with Noria. But both classics and erotica are great. Like, I don't personally want to read erotica, ever. Maybe I will in the future, who knows. But right now, it's not my sort of thing, that's not what I want to devote my time to reading. But if you want to read erotica and you enjoy it, go ahead, do it. Why does it matter? People are like, oh, it's not in-depth enough, it doesn't add any value. The whole point of reading anything other than non-fiction is for enjoyment. And then non-fiction is either enjoyment or knowledge or the both. So like, if you're reading anything fiction, it's just for enjoyment, so calm yourself. So, that's my opinion anyway. And then finally, question 7, snobbery recipient. Have you ever been snubbed for something that you have been reading or for reading in general? I have on occasions. I've worked quite a lot with the public or with big groups of people, and when like just kind of like discussing and having chats, I'll mention that I'm a reader and some of them pull a face, they're like, oh. But like, I don't think that counts because this was also a lot of the times in like a university setting, because I worked for the marketing departments for both of my uni, so like, why are these people against reading in higher education? What are you doing? I think there have been occasions where people are like, oh, why are you reading that tat? Oh, magpie. My boyfriend and my parents, especially with things like YA or the occasional middle grade that I'll read, are very much like, why are you reading that crap? It's for kids, why are you reading it? And I just said, because I want to, and we move on. They don't mean anything harsh by it. I think it's just both of them, there's 3 of them. They all are a bit like, why are you reading not in your age group? Why are you reading for younger than yourself? Sort of thing. But I still do it. And it's fine. So yeah, that's when I'm the recipient of book snobbery, is when my parents and my partner are like, why are you reading this book? It's for children. And I'm like, because I want to. So that is the Book Snob book tag. I will leave all of the questions down below along with Noria's channel and the original channel, because I don't think it was Noria. And also down below will be my Goodreads, my Instagram, my book blog, my Twitter, my Amazon wishlist. If you want to see some more from me, then click the subscribe button and the little bell if you want notifications, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!